endangered species.
Hey, did you know that you could help support our future projects and let everyone know you're a fan of what we do? Check out our print-on-demand store. We have a tab here on YouTube. When you click on it, you can choose from a bunch of different items. We have shirts and posters and coffee mugs. Click on the one you like. When you find the design you want to put on it, choose a color and a size if it's appropriate. And when you purchase these items, a portion goes to help fund our future projects. We really do appreciate your support. You get some cool stuff. When you get that stuff, post pictures here and on other platforms, and we'll hook you up next time you order from our Gear website store. Thank you for your support of gunwebsites.com. And welcome everybody to our Daily Gun Show. Come to you live every weeknight at midnight Eastern. We talk about guns for about an hour or so. So something happened to my StreamYard here. It was giving me glitches, so that distracted me here. But we're about to start our Guns in Movies tactical quiz here. Done these before. We're going to do it again. However, as our inclination, we're going to do it a little bit different than we've done it in other times. So I'm getting my answers, so to speak, from my place where I put them. And hopefully everybody's going to get ready here to play. I asked a little bit earlier who's playing tonight, and no one said they're playing. So I don't know if anybody's actually playing or if you're just observing. You're allowed to observe. You don't have to play. But if you're playing, go ahead and let us know. We've got to have a couple of different segments of the contest. First will be name the gun in the movie. Next will be name the character who carries a ... That'll be the gun. Then name the movie with the gun. And finally, what is the gun that shoots? So let's talk about the show. We go live every weeknight at midnight Eastern, and we talk about guns for an hour. Like I say, each night we have a goal. We have reasons for this show. We don't just go live because we've got nothing else to do. Certainly not looking for the fame and fortune. What we're attempting to do is add some things to the internet, add some awareness to our conversations as a community, and help the industry. That would be our goal. So we've been doing that for many years. We continue to do that, and thanks to the people who make that possible. We have a banner at the bottom of the screen that scrolls across, and it says, our Patreons make it possible for us to spend our time on projects like this. Thank you. And we thank our Patreons. Those less than 200 people at this point make it possible for us to do what we're doing. And we don't have to worry about doing commercials all the time. So in addition to not doing commercials all the time, I can say stuff that would normally offend people who like to pay for stuff. So we would really appreciate that freedom. Hopefully it's useful. And if you appreciate it, then consider and supporting the stuff that we do either at the store or at the subscriptions. All right, well, let's get into it. We've got again, goals for each night. On Mondays, we motivate everybody. On Tuesdays, we offer awareness to Second Amendment stuff. On Thursdays, we talk about travel and training, two of the big pieces of everything that we do. And then on Fridays, we look back and we focus on the stuff that other people have been focusing on during the week. So on Wednesdays, we take a look at pop culture, movies, that kind of thing. And today we're mixing it all up because we're also putting in our tactical quiz. So I guess nobody's playing. So Cutout is playing, and G23 is playing. So I guess we got 2 people playing. So I guess there's only 2 people playing tonight. If that's the way you want to play it. We got a bunch of people watching, so it's never sure how it's going to be. You know, a lot of people like to just watch, I guess. But feel free. I don't know if Roy, with the little taco thing, I can't ever tell if that's a taco or a hand, whatever it's supposed to be. It looks like a taco to me. Can't tell if that's you saying you're playing or not. Baron says he's not playing, so I don't know what's going on with Gunpowder Beauty either. But I guess we only got a couple people playing tonight, which is a shame. All right, so today we're playing for a $25 gift certificate over at the Gear website store, and you can use that for whatever you feel like getting. Roy's saying try to play when I can. Sometimes kids get in the way. All right, well, that's playing. And let's get into it. So we've been live for, we'll go for about 10 minutes. Once we get to 10 minutes, we'll start the game. And if anybody has not shown up by that point, they can watch. And if they want to give out answers to y'all who are playing, then it's good for you. And if people don't want to play, then they don't have to play. Let's see. So we run the show every weeknight, and the goal here is to continue to lay things down on the internet, as well as every once in a while we like to pick things up that we've laid down before. So with this show, doing the tactical quiz, we've been doing this one for a while. I started doing the quiz as part of this show. I guess I can't remember anymore, but way back in the beginning when I started thinking, hey, if we're going to be doing something on the regular, might as well incorporate some fun into it. And I really think having a game show is a necessity for normalizing guns and for keeping our, what's that called? Like our culture alive, keeping the awareness of things going. And I guess some people are going to sit down and study, but that's boring as hell. So having fun, alternative ways to get this information, just the information, keep it current, keep it alive, keep it bouncing around like a beach ball at a concert. I think it's cool. I don't have the resources. I wish I did to do, something more with this. Eventually, once I figure out how to market better, we'll get some sponsors to have fancy prizes and stuff. But until then, we'll continue to our effort to put out different types of quizzes in different ways, and have some fun on Wednesdays with the people who want to show up and have some fun. So Pink is showing up. I don't know if he's saying he's playing by putting his own logo in there. How do you get your own logo? Well, by supporting our projects for a million years and doing a ton of stuff. Back when we built gun channels in the first place, didn't know what we were going to do with it. I had an idea. Well, Space had an idea. He put down the money. I put all the work into it. And then he's like, no, I don't like your idea. Give me back all the money. And I was like, all right, well, that happened before. So now running around with gun channels, Pink comes along. He might have been there since the beginning. I don't really remember anymore. It's been a long time. Actually, I think he was there since the beginning. So he started going, you know what I can do? I can open up a live hangout, which is effectively what I'm paying for over here on Duck. YouTube used to offer that for free. And Pink would open one up on his way to work in the evening and then leave that thing open with the kind of an honor system for a couple of people he trusted to have the keys to it, basically the link to it. And then he would head off to work, and I think once in a while he'd check in on it, right? But for the most part, he created the what is gun channels, what people talk about, the essence of gun channels or what the gun channels is all about is because of Pink. Because otherwise it was just another place like MeWe or Locals or Minds. I was using the same software that MeWe uses. And, it would have just been another social platform, but Pink gave it the life force. Pink gave it the essence, the life to for people to have a conversation and to develop the groups and the dynamics we had over there. Eventually, that turned into Knives, and then eventually it turned into Gizzard, is technically. So Pink turned into Knives, and then Knives turned into Gizzard. That's pretty much what happened. All right, so now we can get into it. We're 10 minutes in. I gave everybody a chance to say if they're playing or not. And I don't know. I guess it's just a couple of people playing. So Cutout said yes. G23 said yes. And Pink just put a picture of a Pink in there. And Helen Anchor just said first. So I think technically we're starting off with 2 players. So good luck to those 2 players. Let me put stars next to you because that makes it a way that I can highlight you right there and put a star next to you. So you're the only two people that said yes. So put that. Krabby Turtle's taken off, I guess. So I think it's just cut out in G23 playing. Yeah, all right. Well, it's going to be boring for the rest of you. I'll just sit here watching it or whatever. The game is, well, Pink's playing then. So the game is movie trivia. What the hell? Super, super easy. Like, you have them all watched movies before. First one is name the gun in the movie. Describe the gun Joker uses to shoot down Batman in the 1989 movie. One with the most accurate answer is going to win. Here's how it works. Roy is playing? Okay. So the people that are playing can answer. Oh, Alan Anchor is playing? Okay. No, you can give people answers if you really want to, but no, if you said you're not playing, come on. So we got 4 people playing now, 5 people playing now. Cutout, G23, Roy, Pink, and Alan Anchor. So we got Revolver. So far, that's all we got is Revolver. So the best description of the gun Joker used in the 1989 version of Batman to shoot down Batman. All right, so Model 1038 Special. That's not a Model 10 though. But no. So Revolver is closer. So at this point, Pink's winning that one. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for. Yeah, okay. So Cutout is much closer with the very long barreled revolver, because that's what the whole point was, to have a giant barreled. But it happened to be a Smith & Wesson model 15-whatever, 13. 15-3. All right, so here's how I'm going to do it. We're going to how are we going to do this? We can't give it time because some people might be working. So we'll give everybody one answer. How about that? And then if there's some kind of discrepancy, we'll let Baron and the others who just refuse to play give them the ability to decide which one's the best answer. So at this point, we got a couple of good answers. I don't remember how long the barrel was. I didn't know that. So I'm going to go with first, most accurate. So the first answer was Pink with Revolver. Then the most accurate one was very long barrel. So I'm giving this one to Cutout. Here's the deal. If you have a problem with this, you can talk to our lawyers, and hopefully it doesn't come into that. So we're going to open this up. I don't think I was doing this in email. Now I'm going to do it in a Word document so I can put people's stuff over where it's going to be, and that should make it even better. So now I have to go over here. I'm not screen sharing today because there's nothing to look at. We do have a poll going, however. What's the best kind of a gun movie? Is it a sci-fi movie? Is it an action movie? Is it a Western? Or is it a military movie? Right now we got a 3-way tie, and the only thing that's losing is Westerns. What's up with that? So I'm looking, come on. Oh, I have it on Top Chat. No wonder I couldn't find all the answers. So let's see. Mello is the lawyer. So whoever Mello comes to, here's how we're going to, if there is some kind of discrepancy, right? If there's a discrepancy, then we're going to have both of you set down an equal distance away from Mello, and you got to do something. And if she goes to one of you, that's how she decides it. Here's the trick. She doesn't go to nobody ever. Well, now she kind of does. But nobody's that is in this chat has any kind of relationship with her, so nobody can really cheat. Pink might be able to cheat a little bit. He's probably met her more than anybody. But anyhow, hopefully we won't get down to that. You only met her the one time, I think, right? But I don't know. You do have puppies. She doesn't care about puppies, though. That's the problem. So here we go. Next question is, let's remember that we got to be done with this before Mouse Party. Otherwise, we get in a bunch of trouble. Let's see. So I'm going to say 10 points for Cutout. These are all 10 points each, by the way. I'm going to jump down to name the character who carries an Auto 9 pistol in his leg. The most accurate response to the caricature who carries an Auto 9 pistol in his leg. She fires out there. Awesome YouTuber on a panel this afternoon. I guess depends on where you were. Great conversation. We got similar questions coming up, similar responses. So I don't know how to make that one more accurate. I guess I'll just give it to G23. So yeah, that's RoboCop. Alex Murphy. Well, it's a little bit more better, but I don't know if it's that much better. RoboCop is pretty fast, a full 1 minute faster. So I'm gonna give that one to G23. Oh man, that didn't work. Sorry. Way I copied and pasted here. Did poor formatting. I apologize for that, even though nobody could see it. The next one is in the section, name the movie with the gun. Oh, I forgot to write it down here. So you're going to all have to remember, because I don't even know the answer necessarily. Which is the movie? I'm going to put this in here. These little lines indicate you're done. If you see them little lines, you're too late. You got it. Might as well just wait for the next question. Name the movie with the gun that shoots the bullets curved. The movie that shoots the bullets curved. Remember, we only have 5 people playing right now. G23 is playing. Cutout is playing. Pink Panther is playing. Roy Munson is playing for points, and Alan Anker. Those are the 5 people who said they're playing for points. And then the answers, The Matrix. No, definitely not The Matrix. I can't remember the name of the movie, so y'all are going to have to remind me, because I'm thinking of 2 different movies. I only seen it once, and I didn't like it. Oh, you know what? See, I can't remember. It could be either one of those 2, and I don't remember. I'm thinking it's Wanted, because 3 people have said it now. I can't remember. I thought it was Equilibrium, but it's not Equilibrium then. I didn't like it. Whatever the movie is, I watched it. I think I tried watching it a second time years later, and I still didn't like it. I couldn't get it. It was weird. Is that the one where they lay in the salt or something also? Or they lay in some kind of salt water to heal themselves? So if it is indeed Wanted, boom, Cutout gets it first. Here's the other thing. We're going by what shows up in the StreamYard. So again, I think I mentioned earlier in the show that there's a certain amount of costs required to do stuff on the internet. You have to have an internet connection. You have to have a computer, right? You have to. One of the things you don't have to have, but I like having, is this software from Canada called the Snooty Duck. Some people call it StreamYard. And it allows me to click these things up on the screen. It may or may not be in the same order as YouTube. I know for a fact it's not in the same order as YouTube. So it's possible that I'm seeing things in a different order, but in my order, Cutout came up first. All right. Equilibrium was Gun Fu. Okay, thanks. So next up, wait. Yeah, that was Cutout. Oh, see, I put it in there. I just didn't. I have to figure out a good way to do my points thing. Oh, you know what I can do now that I'm in Word? Let me open this up to a full size, decent size. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm formatting a little bit over here so that I can see the points a lot easier by putting them into a decent color that I can see with the bold. All right, look at that. What is the gun that shoots after being made up of a pen, a lighter, a cigarette case, and something else? So there's a gun that can be shot after it's created by being made from a pen, a lighter, a cigarette case, and a thing that you are going to guess, which would be the 4th thing that I'm asking. The question is, what's the 4th thing that's necessary for this gun that would be shot after it is put together out of a pen, a lighter, a cigarette case, and so there we go. Now we got the answer. Cutout had the right answer. I'll leave it there so that if you're listening in the outside and the rest of the world, like maybe you're listening to this in the future and you're trying to think, what is it? Everybody answered Man in the Golden Gun. So everybody knows that's the name of the movie, but that wasn't the question. The name of the question was, what was the thing? And the thing is a cufflink. Well done. I don't remember that. I had to get that by cheating by making the test. So that brings us back up to the first section, which means I can bold this one and make it green so I can see it easier next time around. Okay. The caliber of the gun in the movie that is about an unclean cop in San Francisco. I'll put some lines in here. What's the caliber of the gun in the movie that's about an unclean cop in San Francisco? San Francisco is a town in California. They made a bunch of cool movies about it because they got hills there. They like to make jumps. Boom, 44. So this was the first answer. This is the second answer, 44 Magnum. Interesting. Oh, Cutout has an answer, 44 Magnum, but it was filmed with a 41 Magnum. That seems like a pretty extensive answer. Although the first, and they were both in the same minute. So that's in the same minute with the first question, meaning Cutout was typing all this. I think I'm giving this one the Cutout. Unprecedented Cutout lead because I'm giving points not just to the first answer, but to the first most complete answer. This isn't your typical, hey, let's just give everybody points all the time because whatever, like all the other gun game shows that you listen to during the week, all the other channels that have a regular gun game show every single week. I don't do my points the same exact way. For now, we're dropping down to the name, but let's give Alan Anker, who did win that one, a quick plug. They're not just playing, they're probably working right now. And if they're not working right now, they're thinking about what they're going to be doing in the morning because they're making patches, they're making stickers, they're making decals, they're making flags, they're making tablecloths, so like gun shows and events. They're making other types of stuff that would make your business stand out. And they're doing that in California in 2022. So they're tired. They got a lot on their plate. Let's see. So, designing new patches right now as the plan. So the next one comes up as name the character who, and I'm editing some of my answers here so I can see them later. Okay, so the character who carries a gun made from a church bell and rings true for justice. Name the caricature. I put my lines in here already. Name the caricature who carries a gun made out of a church bell that rings true for justice. Gonna look back over at the poll. We got the best movies, or the best gun movies are, and sci-fi and action have took the lead with 33% each. Military has dropped to 27%, and Westerns now has a vote with 7%. I think I stumped everybody. Let's take a look back at who's playing. Earlier in the show, I said who's playing, and those are the people that are playing. We got G23, we got Cutout, we got Pink Panther, Roy, and Alan Anker. All playing right now. Cutout's in the lead. I think I stumped everybody. Who's the character who carries a gun made from a church bell and rings true for justice? I'm going to copy and paste here. I'll copy. I don't know who the Samaritan is, so no. And then I'll paste that, and then you guys can keep answering that one. Guys and girls can keep answering that one. But we'll just keep moving along for all the people at home. Now, there's some people right now who are going, I know who this is. I should have said I'm playing. Oh, I could have made 10 points right there. But guess what? You didn't. Next, we're moving to name the movie with the gun called The Lawmaker Mark II. Excuse me, The Lawgiver Mark II. Okay, we found it. We got the answer to the last one, but the one that we're talking about now is name the movie with the gun called The Lawgiver Mark II. I'll take accuracy over quickness on this one for sure. Going back to the last question, Alan Anker finally jumped in here with the answer to that one, which was Hellboy. So Hellboy carries this giant revolver around with some kind of goofy bullets, if I remember right. I've only seen that movie like once or twice. But it was all right. I don't really like it. I like the characters in it more than Hellboy. But from what I remember, carries a giant revolver. Hellboy's huge, like a giant thing, whatever he is. So it's like a demon or something. So he carries this big giant revolver, and it's fake. And I'm pretty sure he had some giant bullets of some sort. I might be mixing it up with a cartoon or something. So the question for the second question was the name of the movie with the gun called The Lawgiver Mark II. And we got Roy answering Judge Dredd. That's the most answer we're going to get. That'll by default make it the most accurate answer as well. So we'll give it a bit of time, and then I'll draw. As soon as I draw the lines, I will take no more answers. So think about it. There's more than one Judge Dredd movie. That's all I'm saying. So I'm about to draw the lines. There was a more accurate answer, but Roy Munson just grabbed it because no one typed in the more accurate answer. All right, so we'll put that in here. 10x, boom, getting it down, and just got to do a quick reformat so I don't lose it. And the next one is, what is the most correct answer? I drew some lines in here. What is the most correct answer for the gun that shoots Greedo? What? Yeah, I said it. So what's the most correct answer for the gun that shoots Greedo? I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right, and I might be not, but I think I am, because I always get it mixed up with another thing, but I think I got that one right. For some reason, that's taken a while. Maybe because they're trying to come up with the most correct answer. So we've got an answer from Roy. Everybody gets one answer. Shoots Fritos. I think that might be from the last one. I'm not sure. G23, no clue, really. Oh, that, blah, it, burk. And there's only, I don't even know if I can get more accurate. So, yeah, I think I'm giving it to Cutout. It's a Blastech DL44. Do we know until the movie Han Solo? I don't think we know until that movie that What's-His-Face gives it to him. Woody from Cheers gives it to him and says, hey, this is a Blastech, blah, blah, blah. And then now we know what it's called. Unless they say it in some other movie and I don't remember it. Let's do a quick rundown of the points. How far are we into this? We're about 28 minutes into this. We got another half an hour-ish to go. Is this too much for you? Then this is a marathon of gun quizzes. Here's the deal. Almost every channel you listen to is going to do a weekly gun game show. So you could probably find an easier one by just going to one of those other channels that does a gun game show. But ours is an hour long because we're not farting around. We don't do a 10-minute show with like 80 minutes worth of commercials in it. G23 says he's not a movie person. Hey, that's fine. That's legit. Some of this is just pop culture. You can't help it. I mean, some of these things, I know things about sports that I don't have any, I don't know where they came from. So I just know them from being and existing in the United States. And you know, if you're nerds from Cutout, yeah, exactly. Some of this stuff, I don't even think you got to be a nerd. Like some people know about Dirty Harry, never seen the movie, right? You know, some things are just part of our culture. That's sort of the point of this whole thing. So anyway, we got Cutout with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points. 50 points, I guess. Then we've got G23 on the board with, I thought you had 20. I might be messing it up. I thought you had 2. Did you have 1? And then you got Alan Anchor on the board also with 1. And you got Roy on the board with 1. There's a bunch more questions, so we'll see. I think it's possible for people to still win. And you're doing pretty good because you're not a move person. You're already on the board. So at this point, I would take a break and do my reveal quiz that I remember to do, but I don't remember where I put them on my hard drive. So I recorded a couple of videos up at the Product Gold auctions when I was up there last, and I'm turning them into tactical quiz pieces that we could use on the show, and then I don't know where I put them. So imagine there's some kind of gun that you don't know what it is, a rifle, that's leaning up against the wall, and I look at my little dog over here who is laying there patiently while I spent all afternoon doing this, and then I slowly went up the gun, and then I paused right around the trigger hand grip area, because that's when you can tell what most bolt actions are. And then I slowly go a little bit further to reveal what the rifle is. And then sometimes there's a trick at the end, because you never know if the end's different or if it's a goofy one or it's something weird. So it was fun. It was pretty awesome. And that's just one thing that I did, and I can't find it. But that would be happening right now. All right, we're getting back into the quiz. Let's see. Get Patreon bonus points. Yep. And anybody who hosts their own live show each week for a long time and a long format show gets special points for keeping the community going also. All right, so then oh no, we did have one. Did anybody answer the one question from earlier about the unclean cop? Oh yeah, we did get an answer to that one. Who won the unclean cop one? That was Roy. Oh yeah, see, I got that right here. I just okay. Oh no, we gave that one to Cutout. Sorry. Okay, so the next question is. This is a lame gun, but I'm still asking the question. It's happening. Name the gun in the movie The Green Hornet 2011. Yeah, well, doesn't mean it's all going to be good guns. It just is going to be guns. So here's the lines. Name the gun in the movie The Green Hornet 2011. I just seen that one the other day on YouTube. You can watch it for free so that you don't have to feel bad about watching it because you didn't pay anything for it. It's not good. Green Hornet's good. Bruce Lee's freaking awesome. It's not that Green Hornet. It's like a what's his face, some comedian guy, and it's not good. It's okay. The movie was made a decent thing, but that guy being in it and sucking made it really bad. Nobody's answering, so I guess nobody knows what kind of gun the Green Hornet in 2011 had. Oh, snap. The non-movie guy comes in with the win. So, isn't it Ryan Reynolds? No, he acts as the gun in the other movie, Green Lantern. Green Hornet is the Bruce Lee show from back in the day, where he drives around as the like kung fu butler for, I don't know, just some rich guy who drives around a car, not having any superpowers, but somehow being a superhero. I don't think the Green Hornet did anything except stand next to what's his face, up next to Bruce Lee. But I never really didn't watch the show too much. I should watch the old one. Anyway, the new movie blows. Let's see. The Green Hornet's primary armament is a handheld gas gun. Britt unpacks the gas gun. Yeah, exactly. It's just this stupid little thing where it makes people pass out for a length of time, and they use it as a joke more than anything. But the real joke is whoever doesn't know this one. Name the character. Let me draw some lines in here so we delineate when the different answers are coming in, so everybody knows the rules and the situation going on. Name the character who carries a gun in The Wizard of Oz. Which caricature in The Wizard of Oz carries a gun? Now, of course, Alan Anker is a girl, so she's going to know about this movie more than the dudes. But even with that unfairness, I'm sure they're willing to play. Oh, snap. I don't know if there's a more accurate way to say Scarecrow, so I think Roy Munson ends up winning this one. I would have thought the girl won. So now we'll put in, boom, this 10, boom. I don't even remember it. I don't ever remember. I mean, I must have seen the movie. I know I seen it with watching the Dark Side of the Moon, but they cut out chunks of the movie when they do that. All right, so that means the next question is name the movie with the gun. Well, name the movie with the minigun mounted on a motorcycle. A movie from 2013 with a minigun mounted on a motorcycle. Oh, she was doing her makeup. The Black Beauty is the Green Hornet gun. Maybe from the olden days, but in the movie 2011, they ruined it and made it a stupid gas gun. I bet you in the real one, he did have a real gun. So there's a movie with a minigun mounted on a motorcycle from 2013. 2013. And I don't know when that other Mad Max came out, but no, Mad Max came out in 2013, FYI. But a minigun, which is a giant gun, mounted to a motorcycle. So nobody, I guess, knows this one off the top of their head. I didn't watch this movie. I think a lot of people talk about this movie, but I don't know how many people seen this movie. Some of the answers so far include Mad Max. It's not that. Kill Zombie. I don't know what that is. Terminator Salvation. That's probably a good guess, but no. IDK. I don't know what that is. And then Hardcore Henry. I barely remember that movie. I don't think they did in that movie, but what are you coming over here for? What's going on? And then G.I. Joe. No, at least I don't think they did. So the movie I have in here, is that everybody? That was. See, here's a situation we could have. No, Pink hasn't answered. Oh, no, he did answer. So that's everybody. Yeah, okay. So here we have a situation where everybody's answered. The question is, do we let them answer again or do we answer it? I'm going to let Baron decide that. No, she doesn't want to treat. It's thundering out here, and she knows that when I'm talking like this, that I'll play with her because I'm distracted and I start playing with her. Normally, I wouldn't waste my time playing with her. Let's see. So now we have the poll. I'm waiting for Baron to give us a play on this one. What movie has the best guns? Is it sci-fi, action, westerns, or military? If you want to vote on this one, if you're listening live, you can participate over on the big channel. Just in case you don't know, we broadcast this on 2 channels, on the big channel and on the Daily Gun Show channel. So we put the poll on the big channel mainly because I'm too lazy to log into 2 different things and then deal with it. So I just put it on the big one because it's easier. It's easier for me. And then we've got 41% of people saying action movies are the best gun movies. 29% saying sci-fi are the best gun movies. Then it goes down to 24% for military and only 6% for westerns. I mean, westerns are gun movies, period. You can have an action movie without guns. Can you have a western without guns? I guess like a musical western or something. Baron must have left, so I don't know if we're going to get an answer there. So why don't we just put a line in here? It is not Machine Gun Preacher. At least I don't think so. I haven't seen that movie. I won't answer it, though, so that way it can be left open for a wild card question. I think that brings us to what is the gun that shoots a long distance in the 1990 Western set in a different continent, an exotic continent far away. There was a 1990s Western movie set in an exotic continent far away. And what is the gun that shoots a long distance in that movie? Grindhouse. Oh, I think you're talking about the old one or the last question. No, not Grindhouse. We have an answer that's the wrong caliber with the right brand, but we'll see what else we get. That's the dilemma when you answer quickly. If you're going to answer the correct caliber, to be specific, or just going to answer with the brand and not be as specific. You know what I mean? So this is it's kind of like chess. It's kind of like chessers. That's what we call this. It's not quite checkers, but it's not quite chess. You could play it quick, like Connect 4, which is kind of like playing checkers up and down, or you could play it strategically, like playing chess, except in an easier way because it's really just a game show. But wow. So what is the gun that shoots a long distance in a 1990 Western that is set in a different continent? And now we have just the name of a caliber put in here. And now we have a very accurate answer from Roy, which I think we're going to take because otherwise we'll be here all night waiting for everybody to answer. But Roy answers a Sharps 1874 long-range rifle chambered in 45-110. And that's the deal. It was a 45 Sharps, but it's typically we shoot 45-70 out of rifles. On those long-distance guns, they shoot big guns, the big bullets, long bullets. So 45-110. I've seen one before. I've seen 45-90s, but 45-110, man, I think the box costs, man, it was a 10-round box, and I think they were $5 or more a bullet. Like, they were not inexpensive bullets. So, again, part of what we're doing here is having some fun, but also you can learn and act like a big shot. When you go to the gun shop next time, go to the range, hanging out at a gun show or something, you'll know the answers to all these amazing trivia things, and people will go, dang, that person knows all about things that are super important in the world. All right, so now I've got everything clicked up here and re-clicked. That means we go back up to the top and go, what is the gun? Wait, what's the name of, wait. Okay, what is the color of the gun that is the title of a movie? What is the color of the gun that is the title of a movie? I'm only gonna say it twice because I think it's that easy. I think it's that simple. All right. So what is the color of the gun? And I think Roy pretty much came up with the answer there pretty quickly. So I don't know, is Roy just the fastest? Is Roy just the closest to the computer? Is Roy just the quickest on the draw, so to speak? 10x. And so I'm trying to figure out a way to highlight the points and the person so that I can see these. And that also tells me which questions I've already asked. Yeah, it was the man with the golden gun from James Bond, which we've already kind of talked about already. So that makes the question come to mind. Name the character who carries a Beretta. Let me put a little line in here. Name the character who carries a Beretta 418 in the book, but a different gun in the movies, or in the movie. What do you want to say? So, what is the name of the caricature that carries a Beretta 418 in the books, but in the movies, it's a completely different gun altogether? We're looking for the most accurate name of the caricature who carries a Beretta 418 in the books written about the character, but a completely different gun in the movies made about the caricature. So if you're listening to this in the future, or maybe as a podcast or one of those kind of things, leave some feedback. Let us know if this type of thing is working. I could have done this as completely visual every single week, in which case podcasts would be useless. I could do this every week as an audio thing, in which case the video would be useless. So we do a artisan blend of handcrafted mix, video and audio and text and verbal, and we mix that all together in a specific ratio to be the best of all the different gun game shows you listen to each week. We hope to be the best, to have the best mix. So I think we're not getting anything other than James Bond. Yeah, it was James Bond. I was hoping that somebody'd say like Bond, James Bond, or something cool, something classy, but Cutout wins with the first answer, James Bond. So yeah, guess what? There's books written about James Bond, and those books use a different gun sometimes. But at least in the one book, for sure, they try to make him use a different gun, and he makes a big thing about it. Let's see. So then that would bring us to the question. Should we end this? We keep going. We still got some time. We got more questions. Oh wait, did anybody? Nobody won that one yet. So I'm going to go back to this one because nobody won it. The minigun mounted on a motorcycle in 2013 was in a movie called Machete. So then, what's the movie with the gun where they say, quote, they didn't ask about the button, end quote? What's the name of the movie where when they're talking about the gun in the movie, one of the guns in the movie, when they're talking about the gun, one of the quotes is, they didn't ask about the button. Dang, I didn't even get the lines in there, and Roy got it. I don't know if there's a most correct way to say the fifth element, but you know there had to be a fifth element question if there's going to be a gun and movie thing going. So it's really just a matter of knowing when it was coming, right? Having that answer kind of queued up, knowing it was coming. That's how I feel about it. So a lot of your other gun game shows will just go to the comment, the default to the name of the gun. But here, playing with a little bit more than that. So that'll take us to, oh man, I'm running out of questions. We're going back up this way. Name the gun in the movie where, oh no, what's the name of the rifles in the movie Aliens? What's the name of the rifle in the movie Aliens? Should be pretty simple one. I got my line out there. What's the name of the rifle in the movie Aliens? I don't remember what year that was. It was back a long time ago. Most accurate first, you can't play. So solid, you're just given clues to people that ain't playing, or to people that are playing. But in order to be a player, you got to have been in the first part since the beginning. You've got G23's playing, got Cutout is playing, who I believe is winning. Pink is playing, he's probably at work. Roy is playing, Alan Anker playing, also at work. So we got a couple of people playing that are at work. That's legal. And then we got people that ain't playing. So the question is, what's the name of the rifle from the movie Aliens? And we're getting some answers. Oh, no, sorry. It wasn't a trick question. The actual, no, you don't really have to, but in order to win, you had to. You can still play all you want. But it wasn't, this isn't a trick question for Cutout or for Cutout. This was a, just what they're calling it in the movie. I haven't gotten the most accurate answer yet, so we'll let that one go for a minute. A lot of M something A pulse rifles, but has everybody said something? Alan Anker hasn't said nothing yet, so we'll let Alan Anker make one more. Oh, okay. Because it really is a Thompson, isn't it? Isn't it a Spaz and a Thompson? I don't remember anymore. I think it is. But maybe there's 3 guns in there. Well, I don't know if Alan Anker's still awake. It's kind of late for them. So I'm going to go with the, I don't remember what the number was. It was at M41A pulse rifle. Now, Roy got it backwards. I'm going to hold that against you because so Pink can have a point here. So I don't think that's going to make or break nothing. It might make or break something with Roy. He might be pissed, but I got to give Pink something because he did get it a little bit more accurate and basically at the same time. So typo worked against you, and Pink got those points. But I was looking for Colonial Marine pulse rifle, which nobody said, which, who cares? Whatever. So then the next question would be, name the caricature who carries an H&K P30L in a 2014 blockbuster hit. So there was a movie in 2014 that a lot of people like. I don't like it. And the caricature carries an H&K P30L. And we're going to see who knows so much about their beloved caricature that they know what gun is carried by that caricature. In the blockbuster 2014 movie, it gets talked about quite a bit in the gun world. Speaking of things that get talked about quite a bit in the gun world, oh, Pink. I got to use that against you. I just used it against Roy a second ago, so I got to use the spelling against you. But we have a poll going. Now, here's the thing. A lot of times when you go to a gun game show on the internet like this, they're going to charge you to use the poll because that's how they make all their money, right? Well, we don't charge you to use the poll, even though we do a gun game show every week. So the people that are participating in the poll have by a landslide chosen sci-fi as the best gun movies, which makes no sense to me. I mean, I'll take it. I agree, but it makes no sense to me. Then you get action movies coming in at 35%. Westerns is at 5%, and military is at 20%. So it's just going all over the place with that. So, yeah, it is John Wick. Everybody likes that movie. But Roy, turn the tables on Pink by answering it with the correct spelling after Pink put in John, I don't know, Wick? I don't know how you spelled that. You spelled it with a, I don't know how you got that one. Probably just typing too fast, or maybe on a phone or something. But yeah, got a wrong letter in there. And again, we're not like a sloppy, we'll take any old answer type of gun game show. I know a couple of them that you listen to each week are like that. But in this one, we're trying to be the fancy, high-class gun game show where everything has to be 100% accurate and perfect in order to win. Nobody else is giving away $25 gift certificates like this show. So we got a certain level of sophistication we have to maintain. That brings us to the next question. And at this point, I could, you know what I should do is flip over to a quick commercial for our store. One of the ways that we're able to spend time on stuff like this instead of working on ways to make you buy stuff or figure out ways to make something that you don't need sound appealing. We do stuff like this. We try to figure out ways to make gun culture more interesting and have a little fun while we're also taking a look at all the stuff that matters on the rest of the days. One of the ways we fund that is by selling things over at our store. Most of the stuff is created here in Tucson. Some of it we get created for us using friends in the industry like Alan Anchor over there. But here you go.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
Oh snap! We've had in the break there, in the recess that we took for everybody to take a break, cut out, booked out. So now, I don't know what's going to happen. Is it possible for somebody to win when they're not present? I don't know, because Baron was going to be the one to help us with this, and Baron booked out of here. So we don't even know what's happening anymore. Not quite chaos, but it's the kind of not knowing what's going to happen next that makes our gun game show the most exciting gun game show that you're going to listen to each week. Ting Ting is out there. I don't know if you're allowed to be up this late, but good evening. I won't tell anybody. Oh, Baron is here. Okay. So next we will go to, we're running out of questions. So I'm going to jump down from that one. And I don't know how many people are still playing. Feel free, if you're one of the 5 players, G23, Cutout, pretty sure left. Pink is still here. Roy's still here. Not sure if Alan Anchor is still here. If you're still awake and you're still playing, feel free to sing out by typing. You don't have to actually sing anything. That's weird. Our musical gun game show is on the 6th Wednesday of each week, of each month. So stay tuned on the 6th Wednesday of each week, the 6th Wednesday of each month for our musical gun game shows. All right, so name the gun in the movie Blade Runner. The most accurate name of the gun in the movie Blade Runner from 1992. So the person who can come up with such a simple answer, the most accurate name for the gun in the movie Blade Runner from 1982, the good one, and it should be super simple. Either you know that off the top of your head and you can answer it quickly, or you have to go look it up, in which case you got to look it up quickly, and you got to be accurate quickly. This is a game where you get to test your knowledge of the world, right? Pop quiz, or what do you call it? Pop culture, movie trivia. You got to have your knowledge of the internet, because if you don't know something right now, look, anybody could be running around all over the place answering this question. We got, Roy coming in with the most accurate answer. I think I know, because that's what I got written down. So Roy figured it out quickest from everybody. I don't know if he knew that off the top of his head or if that was an internet search, but either way, paid off big time. 10 points for Roy for the answer LAPD 2019 Blaster. So I don't know if the LAPD 2019 is supposed to be like the year that Blade Runner was set in, because I don't remember anymore, or if that is like the model number of the blaster. But either way, that's what I had written down also. G23 is saying the prop was constructed from parts of a Stanley Steyr Mannlicher 222 model and a Charter Arms Bulldog revolver. Yeah, it is a pretty cool gun for movie guns. It's a revolver with a bolt action kind of on top of it. That's a better answer, but it's not a better name. So Let's see. Yeah, feel free. There's nothing wrong. That's sort of like an audience where people are yelling out answers. It doesn't mean it's the right answer, and somebody might copy your thing that you put out there and say it, but you know what I mean, it doesn't make it right. And we're playing here for the most accurate, for the first most accurate number too. Let's see. So the next one, we're running out. We're slowly running out. We're getting towards the top of the hour here. And we come up with these every week. We're not like one of those other gun game shows that you listen to every single week where they just go to the gun game show list and copy and paste. They probably go to our list and copy and paste our gun game shows because we've come up with these new every single week. And that's not something that's easy to do. It takes forever. I don't know if it's even worth it. I keep saying I'm not going to keep doing it. But thanks to our Patreons, I have the excuse to do it. So thanks to the people that make it possible for us to spend some time like this on a weekly basis. So the question would be, name the character who carries the first gold gun James Bond encountered. All you have to do is name the character who carries the first gold gun that James Bond encountered. So I'll put a little line there. So Pink says the PKD Steyr something Series D blaster. Is that what it's called in the thing? Because I didn't have that. I had LAPD 2019 blaster. So the question is, to the 5 people who are playing, is, what was the name of the question? Who is the character who carries the first golden gun James Bond encounters in a movie? And at this point is where some of your other game shows are going to have just the countdown timer. We used to do that back in the day. Remember, we'd have the countdown timer. We'd give everybody like 30 seconds to answer or whatever. That was back in the day. We don't do that anymore. So now I'm going to head over to the poll. Now we still got the same results of the poll, so nothing there. Roy is the first one to answer with Francisco Sacramanga, which I don't think is the right name, but I'm going to go double check. Unless that's the name of Goldfinger. Is that the name of Goldfinger? Is a fictional character? No, see, that's the name of the character from The Man with the Golden Gun. That is from a 1974 film, while Goldfinger is an earlier movie, I guess. But Goldfinger is the answer. So in Goldfinger, he's just a guy who likes gold stuff. Man with the Golden Gun is a separate movie. He's just some other guy, that guy you just named. And that guy likes gold things, I guess. And he makes the golden gun out of a cigarette lighter and all that other stuff. And it's more like a spy gun. But in Goldfinger, that's just a big fat guy who has that butler with the hat. And he just likes things that are gold all the time. And he paints that girl gold or something. I forget Goldfinger. I think Goldfinger's where they shoot him with a laser too. But anyhow, he just has a gold gun. And it's just a Colt 1908. It's just a regular gun, just gold. So Pink is right on that one. And that means I can go over here. I could have been doing this instead of talking that whole time. So the next question is, who is the character? Let me draw some lines over here so everybody knows. So remember, we got 5 players. Everybody else is sort of the audience watching the 5 players do their thing. I haven't done a tally here, but we know that what's his face took off. So not getting any more points. Cut out, literally. So not getting any more points. The points that are left on the table are being grabbed by the other 4 players. So what's the name of the character who carries a rifle that sends some guys on a Missouri boat ride? What's the name of the character who carries a rifle and that rifle sends some guys on a Missouri boat ride? We're looking for, from the 5 people who are playing, G23, who'd cut out, Pink Panther, Roy, or Alan Anchor, who may have also cut out. What's the name of the character who carries a rifle and that rifle sent some guys on a Missouri boat ride? Does anybody remember this movie? You can designate by going, yeah, I remember that movie. That'll let us know that you remember that movie. Oh, snap. What's this? Oh, I didn't realize if you hover over the thing that tells you your visitor count on StreamYards, it'll tell you how many people are on each channel. Right now, there's 2 people on Daily Gun Show and 12 people on Gun Websites. That's cool. So what's the name of the character that has a rifle that sends some guys on a Missouri boat ride, and the first player with the most correct answer is ding 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 ding, not ting 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 ting, but Pink Panther with Outlaw Josie Wales. Well done, well done. That is a good movie, very good movie. If you haven't seen it, you might want to check it out. All right, we'll put a bold on there. We're getting closer to the end here. I don't go around making questions all day long, so we're getting to the end here. The name of the character who carries a handheld minigun in a 1980 movie. What's the name? Oh, wait. What's the name of the movie? I'll do it that way. What's the name of the movie where one of the characters carries a handheld minigun? Should be pretty easy. So, sometimes we got to put easy ones in here. Let's see. So, Hugh Glass was a mountain man and beaver fur trapper in the American West on his first trip up the Missouri River. Oh, interesting. Now, Missouri boat ride is from Outlaw Josie Wales, when these guys are following them and they get on a, oh man, what do they call that? On a, why can't I think of the name of that? When you have a thing that shuttles you across the river, like a raft that goes back and forth across the river. I can't think of the name of that. But anyway, they're on this raft, and there's like a rope that is just anchored on both sides of the river, and the raft is attached to the rope, so it can't go nowhere. And you just yank yourself back and forth across the river on it. A ferry. Thank you. Yeah, it was a ferry. So, Outlaw Josie Wales goes across, and then the bad guys come up on him, and then he just waits until they're about halfway across the river, and he shoots the rope because he's so good. And then that snaps the rope, and they go flying down the river because now the raft is just not tethered to anything. It's flying down the river. And he said that was a Missouri boat ride or something. He said it some clever way. That's a really good movie. Let's see. So the name of the movie where there was a handheld minigun in 1980 was indeed a Predator. So Ray gets that one. And I think Pink was too busy writing. No, he wrote Fairy after. Okay. So that was a given. That was a giveaway. Because we're getting towards the end, and I come up with all these questions, so it's not like I'm always going to come up with super difficult ones. This one might be difficult, or it might be super easy. So here's the thing. I'm going to go back to the thing over here, and it goes, because we got another question, another result. What are the best gun movies? And everybody said sci-fi. Some people said action, and some people said military. Nobody said westerns. Well, guess what? What's the name of the caricature who says fill your hands in one of the final scenes? Or you can just tell me the name of the movie, I guess, because I don't remember the name of the character either. So what's the name of the movie where the character says fill your hands in one of the final scenes? So this is either going to be really easy for people, super easy, like super, super easy, or some people are going to go, huh? Because they don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So what's the name of the movie where in one of the final scenes, the main caricature says, fill your hands, but he says it in a cool way. He may say, fill your hands, you son of a bitch, if I remember right, actually. And I don't know why it's not showing up. There it is. So Pink got it. True Grit, the good True Grit. There's a second True Grit that sucks, and it's okay, but it's not as good as the first True Grit. So you're going to watch True Grit, watch the first one, and then you can see how the second one sucks. I mean, it's an okay movie, just not True Grit. And same thing with the one from, what's the other new one? 310 to Yuma. Horrible new one. Good old one. I think we just got one more. I'm going to scroll through as I ask this one, and then I'll scroll through. What is the name of the movie from wait, no, I do have two more. No, I have a bunch more. What am I doing? I have a couple more. All right, so hold on. I don't know where I'm at. What is the name of the character? Okay, yeah. What's the name of the character? We have three more. What's the name of the character that, how do I say this? Who carries an M60 stolen from the back of a moving vehicle, a moving truck, in the final scenes of the movie? What's the name of the character who carries an M60 that was stolen from the back of a moving vehicle in some of the last scenes of the movie? Should be, again, very easy for some people. So easy for some people that they're going, come on, man. And then other people are like, oh, I don't know what these movies are. This is so difficult. Oh, it should be easier for me. Oh, I only shoot 9mm and I don't know these things. It's so tough to know things that are difficult. Oh, it's so hard for me. Here's what 9mm people think. First off, it's somebody else's fault, right? Like, hey, this isn't my fault. I don't know this. And then they start thinking, who can I blame for not knowing this? But anyway, we do have answers from G23. Wow, I would have thought Pink knew this one because he's older. But for whatever reason, Pink is not paying attention or whatever. G23, John Rambo. End of the movie, Rambo First Blood. No, wait, Rambo. Sorry, what am I saying? No, what the hell am I saying? That is from First Blood. And the next movie is called fucking Rambo, which is shitty. So, well done. Well done. And extra well done, because I'm pretty sure you aren't old enough to have even seen that movie, at least when it mattered. You'd just seen it after the fact as a regular movie. Solid to see in one of the most famous gun movie series, I think for the 80s. But in reality, I really don't like those movies as gun movies. But at the time, yes, for sure. But what do they say? Like, time has ruined them. Like, they've aged out or whatever. Like, they're not good, but they were at the time interesting and super cool. Okay, we are getting closer. I'm pretty sure. I just double checked. There's only 2 left. So I don't know how many points you think you have, but you only have 2 opportunities left to win this whole thing. What is the movie with the gun named after a bug? What is the movie with a gun named after a bug? G23 was born in a year where I was already getting into a lot of trouble. So, dang, that didn't even take a second. Did I even ask the question all the way? I don't think I even got done asking the whole question. And Roy has Men in Black in here. G23 was right behind him, like pretty close right behind him. But that didn't even take a second. So well done with Roy. I think we know who's going to win at this point, but we're going to have to do an official tally just to make sure. We got one more. Should be easy again. Some people said action movies were their favorite movies. Some people said sci-fi. Some people said westerns, and a couple of people said military. But in a 1993 movie, what gun was called My Little Friend? In a 1993 movie, what gun was called My Little Friend? We're looking for the most accurate answer to this question. What gun was called My Little Friend in a movie from 1993 that everybody likes? A lot of people like this movie. I've seen it once, I think twice, maybe. What gun was called My Little Friend? What gun was called My Little Friend? So we're sitting here. This is what happens when you're trying to play the game, but listen to people in the audience. You don't know what kind of answers you're getting. You're getting answers from all over the place. You're getting not necessarily the answers you'd want to copy and paste, but you're getting answers. What we're looking for from the 5 people that are still playing, that we're playing since the beginning, and that this is the last question for. What's the gun that is called My Little Friend in that movie? Each person who's playing got one opportunity to answer. G23 definitely showing off that he doesn't watch movies when he said 44 Magnum from Dirty Harry. Is not that one. Pink is close. Pink is close. He's not inaccurate, and he is playing, but let's just put it that way. We'll go for a little while. I'm going to start adding up questions. Pink is going to win this if that's how it's going to be, because there's other people playing still. They're either sleeping or they're looking it up on cheating or whatever. So what we got? Cutout has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Cutout has 6. So that's 60 points. Cutout left halfway through, dominating until Cutout left. I don't even know who Cutout is. Cutout came out of nowhere. So next would be G23. And I did find your other one that I thought I had over here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 3 for G23. So that's 30 points for G23. Pink might win this one because nobody's coming up with a more accurate version of his first question. So now we're going to scroll back up and count. The next person in line is Roy with 1, 2. Not so many. It's hard to make sure they're not doubling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did that just happen? 9. Oh, snap. That just happened. So we got Roy with 90 points. I don't think anybody can beat that. Pink. We've got the next one would be Pink. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's probably going to win this last one. So 5, we'll give Pink 5. Yep, I think Pink got 50. And that leaves us Alan Anchor with just the 1. Man, this is not the way to do it because it's so difficult the way I'm scrolling through Word and the page breaks and stuff. It's just clunky and difficult to scroll through. But I think Alan Anchor just had the 1. All right, so then that's 10 points. So, yep, I don't think anybody else answered that one any differently. We're going to end the poll up over there. Shame on everybody for not picking Westerns more. It's not that you had to vote for Westerns. That's that you didn't vote for Westerns. And then let's take a look at the winners tonight. So since we do a gun game show each week, one way you can judge whether or not you've been good that week or your week has been a loss, a complete loss, would be whether or not you won our tactical quiz. So it looks like at this point, Cutout was on the way to winning with 60 points. However, Roy wins the week with 90 points. Pink comes in third with 50 points. It makes G23 fourth with 30, and Alan Anchor, the youngest and the girlest, at 10 points. So maybe she'll come back and compete again in a future show where it's not about gun or movies. She probably might not haven't seen. Although I feel like if you live in Hollywood, shouldn't you see all the movies? Aren't they free? Pink is a Patreon, so am I. I don't know. Everybody might be Patreons. I don't keep track of everybody who's Patreons. But again, I appreciate the participation. It's not always like you have to show up right at the beginning of the show. I just felt like for tonight, in order to keep it, track of, like, so we didn't have a million people to keep track of for points, that we'd let people like sort of opt in to playing tonight. Everybody else got a chance to just kind of shout from the audience. And I don't know how it went or not, but Roy, if you're out there, you got a $25 gift certificate over at the Gear website store. So thanks for playing. And I can't remember if you've purchased stuff or not before. But I feel like we've chatted before on email or something. Like I've sent you something before. Okay, I just can't remember. So if you want, contact me, and if you've got some, what I'll do is I don't remember how to contact. I don't know how you're going to contact you. Contact me in some way, and however it is you contact me, I'll drop you the um, right on. I thought so. So what I'll do, I must have gotten in touch with you with email then. So however it is that we get in touch with each other, I'll email you the code that'll get you a $25 gift certificate. Here's the deal. You don't have to use it. If you want to gift that to somebody, you're more than welcome. But otherwise, you can use it at the store for whatever you want. Hold on to it. They don't expire or nothing. It's basically just a coupon code. And again, appreciate you playing tonight, being part of the hopefully fun for everybody. We take this and wrap it up into a video, right? The video goes out on YouTube, of course, but we also shove that up on a couple other video hosting platforms. One of them is guntube.org. That one's hosted by Mike, a friend of ours in South Carolina. He's been doing that for years now. And it's a video hosting platform focused on firearms for gun owners, made by gun owners. Again, guntube.org. We post as many of the quizzes as we can over there because we want that place to be fun and have the good stuff. We post our weekly wrap-ups over there. I don't want to overload his server, so I don't post everything over there because he is a regular person doing his own thing without a giant funding source. So it's an awesome service he's doing for the community and for the future, really, by providing a place online for firearms-focused stuff that's actually maintained. It's not just a dump where people can put anything, and gets a lot of, doesn't get a lot of spam or any of that kind of garbage. Some of the other platforms that we post this to do have that issue. So what we do appreciate is the people that give us comments out there that are regular humans, because we do get quite a bit of spam on some of the other platforms. We continue to post these shows on the other platforms in order to create some reach, and so that the Friday shows can do their best at promoting all the other people that we're trying to promote. But if you're out there on one of those platforms, feel free to give us some feedback. Let us know that it's worth taking the time to post it out there. That's beneficial for us because it does, it's a decision usually Wednesday when I'm listening to Cape Gun Works as to what I'm going to post where, right? If I don't get any feedback from a while, I'll usually stop posting there and then, see if there's any difference, if people care or not. We don't post because we're looking to get famous or anything. We're posting because we're trying to have effective reach, not just for our stuff. I mean, it's nice for our stuff to get out there. Hopefully we're building stuff that's useful. But on Fridays when we're posting other people's stuff, that's the reason we're creating some of these communication channels so that we can help promote the people that are doing good work that don't have time to create communication channels, right? So with that being said, thanks again to the people that show up and make this kind of mechanism work. And for the people that are listening in the future, you are a part of this, although we definitely are live focused on this particular show. We do value the people that come in and listen to the show after and give me some feedback. I attempt to make the quizzes something that can be interesting to listen to, but I never listen to my own stuff after. I don't know if that's a big revelation. I don't think very many people have time to listen to their own live stuff. But if I'm not accomplishing that, let me know. Especially if you've got some ideas for ways that I can alter or change what I'm doing so that it's more fun for people that are listening to this as the after, because we're in the now, we're creating this in real time. So if I can do something or pay attention to something that makes it more interesting or fun for the people listening in the future, like I said, that's part of this whole thing. So let me know. All right, Ting Ting saying, have a good night. Yep, you too. If you're not done, if you think this is fun, but you got other things you're going to be working on, so you'd like to head over and do something else after this, I'm going to recommend a thing called the Mouse Party. So each Wednesday evening, DM Foss, and his arch nemesis, the Baron. I finally figured out what Baron is all about. Hang out and host a long format, a couple of hours usually, conversation, not scripted or with any topics. And they host that each Wednesday. It's called the Mouse Party. This will be episode number 25 coming up right after this. I posted a link on Twitch on the Daily Gun Show channel and over here on the Gun Websites channel. Check it out. It's worth hanging out. It's if you're going to be falling asleep, there's no better way to be brainwashed because everything we say is useful information to be brainwashed to as you're sleeping. Or if you're awake and getting stuff done, it's also the same kind of brainwashing that'll keep you awake at work and and working even harder. You'll be one of the most outstanding employees if you're listening to the Mouse Party, from what I'm told. So those that have the opportunity to jump onto something else, we'll see you over there in like 8 minutes. Wait a minute. Did he set this up for tomorrow, or am I wrong? What's going on? This says it's tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. So is there a bend in the matrix? Did we make such an awesome gun game show that it took an entire 26 hours to happen? Did this just take 26 hours? What happened? It says it took 1 hour and 21 minutes, but is that really 1 day and 21 hours? Wait, what? Was this such an incredible game show that we're really Thursday night? No, I feel like Foss is so sloppy in his scheduling that he scheduled the show to tomorrow. Maybe his show isn't till tomorrow. Oh, now it's right. So it looks like that show will start in about 6 minutes. The glitch is real, but we figured it out. We blinked a bunch of times and wiped our eyes, and then the glitch went away. So I'm going to end this one. So you got 6 minutes to head over to the other one. Before you do, I'll bet you can order $60 worth of stuff from the gun website, from the gear website store in that 6 minutes. And if you don't, then we'll give you a free patch or something. So if you want to order something from the store, we appreciate it. If you don't, we'll see you tomorrow for... Dang, I thought I had something going on tomorrow. Yeah, we're talking about AmCon and the Gun Rights Policy Conference, two of the annual events that keep Second Amendment activism. Well, there are two events that happen in Second Amendment activism. I'll leave it at that. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. And tomorrow afternoon, for people that might be interested in our projects, we'll have a special 2 o'clock, well, an afternoon show, evening show, early evening show. I'm going to start doing once a month. It's not my birthday, and I'm a big advocate of not telling people your birthday's online. So on the other hand, we're definitely not doing well with the Patreon or whatever and support. So I created a Patreon level for people that want to say happy birthday, because you don't know when my birthday is, to say happy birthday whenever they feel like it. And we're going to talk about that concept. We're also going to encourage people to do something besides telling people when your birthdays are, or even worse, when your kids' birthdays are. I know that people feel like the internet's your friend, and the people on the other end of the line are your friend, but all the other people on the internet are not the people on the other end of the line who are your friend, right? So let's be aware of online security, online awareness of our own information. So once a month, not that it's my biggest cause or anything, but I'm going to mention to people that you don't need to tell people when your birthday is. And in that vein, anybody that wants to say happy birthday to me can do it anytime during the year. I made a Patreon level for that. We'll talk about it. But I also want to give people a sit rep on our projects. My software that I use to make 3D printing that I've always been chatting up because it's so cool, expired on me. They don't let you just use it anymore. Now they charge you for $450, which is insane. So I'm not going to be using that software anymore. And I just barely got done with the bayonets. It literally expired today. So frustrating. I'm not complaining. It was free software and it was massive. It was really expensive software I was using for free. So I got a chance to use it, but I have to go learn a new software, and I'm kind of stuck because the software I'm familiar with is no longer available, and I have to, I can't just jump right into the next software. It's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. That's frustrating. At the same time, another project that I'm a big, I spend a lot of time on is the calendar, and we've got some issues going on there. So we'll do some updates with that tomorrow. We'll also offer a sit rep on some of, what goals we have as the world changes and as cycles happen or don't happen. Our tactics are going to change and our strategies are going to change. So we're going to talk about that with Patreons and a couple of other things. So if you're interested in sort of a situation report of what we're doing, where we've come from and where we're headed, then check out tomorrow. And we do appreciate the people that are paying attention to how we get this stuff done, not just, watching what we do. With that, again, thanks everybody for showing up and listening to all of this stuff at the end of the show. I was able to do this with 3 minutes to spare. Thanks to Foss for dropping a link to our thing. I'm going to reciprocate with a link to your show again. And then we'll do this last commercial, and I think I'll be able to time it so that if you stop watching ours when it ends, Foss's will literally start.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
Tonight's episode, Photo Finish.
So let us know what you think. We'll be watching the comments wherever you find the video, over on gunstreamer.com or on guntube.org.
Thank you for supporting our projects. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, check out our Patreon channel.
The guys and gals of gunwebsites.com encourages you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching gunwebsites.com.